The Channel3000.com Alert Center. This is News 3 Now at 10.
But first tonight, we have breaking news out of Fitchburg. Police are still on the scene at the New Fountains Apartments on Anton Drive. Fitchburg police tell us they were called there at 8 tonight, but could not confirm to us exactly what happened. Officers have put up crime tape. Our crew on the scene says there are several evidence markers on the ground there. We will keep you posted on this situation as we learn more on air and online at Channel3000.com. And next at 10, the weather story tonight will be the coldest night of the season so far.
Several local schools have already delayed or canceled classes for tomorrow. Let's go right to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a look at our first warn forecast.
Well, Charlotte and Eric, it is going to be bitterly cold by tomorrow morning. The setup is there. We started out with some light snow this morning, but you can see on the time lapse from the sky cam how the skies just cleared out very nicely. Skies went sunny, and then it's been clear overnight. And you can see those temperatures are going to drop as a result. In fact, we're already down to 1 below zero. That is the first time this season our temperature has dropped below zero. We've been as cold as zero back on January 19th. The wind chills right now, not much of a factor in Madison because the air is calm, but where there's a little bit of a breeze, those wind chills drop very quickly into the teens and 20s below zero. A wind chill advisory is in effect for all of southern Wisconsin through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for an actual low temperature of about 11 below zero by tomorrow morning. That'll be just 2 degrees away from the record low of 13 below set back in 1951. It'll be a sunny but cold Valentine's Day with a high temperature of 15, but a warm-up's on the way. There are also some chances for snow. I'll have more details on weather in a few minutes.
Well, because of those freezing temperatures, local shelters will not turn anyone away tonight. The Salvation Army on East Washington will welcome women and families. And Grace's drop-in shelter on West Washington will welcome men.
Last night's storm left a bit of a mess behind on our roads. We spoke to a plow driver today who explained what the most challenging part of clearing the roads is when it's this cold.
Temperatures, we're not allowed to use salt, so it's just been a little difficult trying to get snow off the road. Now we're going through residentials, pushing back all the non-hard packed snow.
Well, there's still a lot of slippery roads all across the area. It'll probably be that way through the weekend because it's going to stay that cold. Remember, for the latest weather and traffic information while you're away from your computer, download our Channel 3000 First Warn Traffic and Weather app. It is free. Just search Channel 3000 in your app store. Today, the Wisconsin Department of Health Services confirms the second pediatric flu death in the state.
And officials say we haven't quite hit peak just yet as flu cases continue to rise. Gabriella Becerra is here with more on where this flu season is right now.
Eric and Charlotte, local doctors are seeing record numbers of diagnosed influenza patients this season, and DHS says there are still many weeks of high flu activity ahead. To get through it, doctors are stressing prevention.
Flu is interesting in that it comes in a big wave, and you'll start out with a few cases, and then all of a sudden you'll get a ton, and then it'll peak, and then you'll sort of trickle out.
Wisconsin is definitely on its way up. That's how Dr. Trent Thompson describes this flu season.
Sometimes people get the flu and they're not that sick, and then other times, as you alluded to, people are sick and dying. And already this flu season, there have been over 12,000 people in the United States have died of influenza, including the second kid in Wisconsin.
On Thursday, DHS confirmed a second pediatric influenza-related death.
This is a tragedy. Any influenza death is a tragedy, especially a child, and we want to offer our deepest sympathy to the family and relatives of this particular child.
And as cases continue to rise,
this past week, those people who had symptoms of influenza-like illness, over 33%, or 1 in 3, tested positive for the flu.
health officials are stressing that prevention is key.
We want to emphasize vaccination is still the best means of protection.
And Thompson agrees.
That's the single best thing you can do to prevent the flu.
If you're already showing symptoms, help stop the spread.
If you do have symptoms like that, don't go to school, don't go to work, cover your cough, do all the stuff that our parents told us about when we were kids, and that can help prevent everybody else from getting sick as well.
According to DHS, 40% of the state got a flu shot this season, and that's a record for the state of Wisconsin. They say as long as the vaccine is still available, it's still okay to get.
Health officials in San Antonio, Texas confirm a patient in quarantine has been diagnosed with the coronavirus. That brings the number of infections in the U.S. to 15. The patient was among a group evacuated last week from China, where the number of infections continue to multiply. Chinese health officials revised their diagnostic approach and now report nearly 60,000 cases and close to 1,400 deaths. A cruise ship was forced to return to Port Everglades in Florida today after several hundred passengers became sick. The CDC says almost 300 passengers and 22 crew members were infected with the norovirus on board Princess Cruises' Caribbean Princess. Passengers said everyone who complained about having norovirus symptoms such as stomach cramps, vomiting, and diarrhea was immediately quarantined to their cabins. Norovirus is a highly contagious stomach bug.
New tonight, the Trump administration is transferring $3.8 billion in recently passed military funding to finance the construction of the president's U.S.-Mexico border wall. Today's announcement by the Pentagon would transfer money from the National Guard units, aircraft procurement, shipbuilding, and anti-drug accounts that can finance the construction. The president made a similar move last year when he transferred $2.5 billion from military spending.
The yeas are 55, the nays are 45. The joint resolution, as amended, is passed.
U.S. Senate today passing an Iran War Powers Act over the objections of President Trump. The measure was approved with bipartisan support in a 55-45 vote. The act is meant to rein in the president's ability to use military action against Iran without congressional approval. Because it was amended, the measure needs to go back to the House for approval. President Trump does have the option of vetoing the resolution if it's passed by both houses of Congress.
The State Department of Justice is taking the lead on an investigation into Middleton High School students who may have shared nude photographs of minors. The district denied an on-camera interview. They also couldn't tell us if any students are currently facing punishment, but did say this type of behavior falls under Level 3 in the Code of Conduct, including major offenses that can result in suspension or even expulsion. A German World War II rifle will soon be returned to a local woman 47 years after it was stolen from her dad in Madison. Police say back in 1973, a 41-year-old Madison man had the rifle taken from the back of his truck during deer hunting season. Spokesperson Joel Despain says the gun was recently returned to police in Centerville, Ohio, about 25 miles south of Columbus. Despain says this should go to show that police have detailed records which go back further than you may think.
Really, in this case, shows that from decade to decade, these things are entered into a system, this being a stolen gun, and even 46, 47 years later, when somebody down in Centerville, Ohio, from the police department entered the serial number, it popped up as a gun that was stolen out of Madison, Wisconsin in 1973. So it does show that the system does work, and it works even going back many decades.
Despain says they don't know yet where the rifle was before being returned in Ohio. The gun's owner passed away in 1988, but his daughter still lives in our area. Police plan on eventually returning the rifle to her as a reminder of her father.
Officials in Milwaukee still don't know how one of its new streetcars hopped off the tracks this afternoon. The fire department had to use its heavy rescue unit and specialized equipment to get it back on. No injuries were reported. This is the first reported derailment with the streetcar since they started operation in 2018. Well, check out this video today. This is Peachtree, Georgia, near Atlanta. Surveillance shows a customer getting a little creative, helping take out an alleged shoplifter. You can see the customer watching the suspect run out of the store, being chased by police. As the suspect tried to run away, the man perfectly executes a cart push that sends the man crashing to the ground, and police caught up and took the man into custody.
Online retailer Wayfair is laying off 3% of its workforce. The company had been Boston's fastest growing tech company, but the CEO now says it was moving too fast. 550 employees will lose their jobs. The CEO says the layoffs will lower costs and improve efficiency. Shares of Wayfair fell 10% today after that announcement. People on Madison's South Side are enjoying some soul food tonight as a way to talk about the role of farming in the city's African-American community. The group at the Goodman South Library enjoyed soup, hot water, cornbread, and dessert, all courtesy of Ruthie's. Before that, they talked about the links between our food and the black community in Madison. Organizers say it is especially important for neighbors that may only have one grocery store to rely on.
We really wanted to highlight the fact that the people on South Madison deserve healthy, nutritious food.
This event is a part of a series of events hosted by a local organization looking to bring a Black History Museum to Madison. Their next event, Tribute to Our Elders, will also be held at Goodman South Library next Thursday.
With more cold weather on the way tonight and tomorrow, we're thinking warm thoughts. Mitchell International Airport, now the first major U.S. airport with a coat check for travelers who are getting away to a warm destination. This is according to the Journal Sentinel. The coat check cost is just $2 a day with a maximum charge of $10. So still ahead tonight, we'll let you know just how cold it'll get. Gary will have his full first warn forecast.
But first, the market for available affordable rentals in Rock County is now less than 1%. How it's taking a toll on not just renters, but also survivors of domestic violence.
Ashley Home Store's 72-hour mattress marathon is through President's Day Monday. Find unbeatable mattress doorbusters up to 70% off during the biggest sale of the year. Plus instant savings up to $800 through President's Day Monday at Ashley Home Store.
So my son says to me, Mom, did you switch your Medicare plan yet? And I say, yes, Robert. Dad and I signed up for a Medicare Advantage plan through Senior Preferred. And he says, Senior Preferred? And I say, yes, Senior Preferred. They give us access to the doctors we want and the drug benefits we need. And he says, that's nice. So how is Dad doing? And I say, your father is fine. My living room, on the other hand.
Senior Preferred. Medicare Advantage plans built for you.
When I was playing ball, they called me the Big Hurt. But after I left the game, Mother Nature started putting a big hurt on me. I just couldn't stay in shape like I used to. But luckily, I found out about Nugenics.
Nugenics is a unique man-boosting formula that helps increase your free testosterone levels.
Thanks to Nugenics, I'm really getting after it again.
Feel stronger, leaner, with more energy and drive.
She'll like a difference, too.
To get a complimentary bottle, text ZOOM to 42424. That's ZOOM to 42424.
Clean up with Steinhoffel's biggest President's Day sale ever and get a free robot vacuum. Save 35 to 75% store-wide, plus an extra $100 off. Get incredible bonus buys like this counter stool, $49. Queen upholstered bed, $99 or $149. Rocker recliner, $249. Reclining sofa or dining set, now $399. These sectionals priced to sell out. And get special pricing on Purple mattresses, plus 60-month special financing. Shop Steinhoffel's President's Day sale now.
Another reason East Madison Toyota customers love our eVantage program, the digital buying experience. Everything was online, didn't have to go to the dealership. Great price and financing. They even delivered the car to my house. This is the way car buying should be. It's fast and easy. The eVantage program at the #1 Toyota certified pre-owned dealer in Wisconsin, East Madison Toyota, conveniently located off I-90 and 151.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's 72-hour sale is through Monday only. Save thousands instantly on price drops from top appliance manufacturers. Get interest-free financing, plus a 10-year limited warranty and doorbusters store-wide. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Hi, folks. You're going to need to bundle up the kids Friday morning as we see the coldest air yet of the season.
And we're telling you what's new with the always popular Girl Scout cookies this year as their season kicks off this weekend.
We're on the air starting at 4:30.
See you then.
Welcome back. Right now, experts say less than 1% of rental properties are available in Rock County.
It is tough for renters, but it's also taking a toll on survivors of domestic violence. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter explains the connection.
Well, inconspicuous enough, this 11-unit apartment complex has meant everything to the YWCA, who works with victims that often come with nothing.
A person that's leaving a domestic violence situation is leaving behind their home, their belongings, most likely important documents like birth certificates.
The YWCA uses this transitional living space to help victims and their families get back on their feet after they've escaped situations of domestic violence. But right now, they're running out of places to go long term.
We are serving less people in shelter because people are staying in shelter longer because of the lack of housing.
That lack of rental properties has been an issue in Janesville for years, but is now as bad as it's ever been.
Anyone who's got to find a place to live quickly, it probably isn't going to happen here. You have to be at the right place at the right time.
Housing Services Director Kelly Madison says part of the issue is landlords who are required by law not to discriminate against victims of domestic violence. But the YWCA says they've seen it happen time and time again.
Landlord could say, I don't want an unsafe situation on my property. I don't want the police to be coming to my property. It's going to make the neighborhood look bad.
Which means when someone leaves transitional housing like this, the YWCA says there's a 70% chance they won't find long-term housing, leaving victims staying with friends and family, or worse, homeless. The good news is several rental projects are planned, which could help the situation if the city signs off. For now, those at the YWCA say even basic empathy could be a start to addressing the issue.
I think if a landlord was able to take a step back and look at somebody else's situation, like a domestic violence situation, not as a landlord perspective, but as maybe a victim perspective, that they would maybe give someone a second chance.
And that was Adam Duxter reporting. Jesse Lepnetz says while victims of domestic violence used to spend an average of 45 to 60 days in transitional housing, that number has now increased to as many as 90 days.
Well, she says she's hopeful that plans for additional affordable housing will happen soon. Our planet just had its warmest January on record in the 141 years of global climate records. January 2020 was the warmest ever. It is the latest in a string of climate records set in recent years. NOAA reports Earth's 4 warmest Januaries have all occurred in the last 4 years.
A massive iceberg almost as big as Las Vegas has broken off the edge of Antarctica. This satellite photo from the European Space Agency shows the massive iceberg breaking away from the Pine Island Glacier and quickly shattering into pieces. It happened last week as temperatures in areas of the South Pole spiked to a record 65 degrees Fahrenheit.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us with your first warn forecast and alert days in the forecast for just how cold it is.
65 above zero in Antarctica.
You can see the video. There's no snow in big parts of it.
And where are we? We're dropping to 10 to 15 below zero tonight. We have an alert day in the forecast for tonight and Friday for near record cold temperatures by tomorrow morning, down to around 10 to 15 below zero. Wind chills perhaps as cold as 25 below zero. High temperatures tomorrow only in the middle teens when we should be in the lower 30s, so almost 20 degrees below average. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. That bitter cold weather overnight will be very close to the record low of 13 below zero set back in 1951. I don't think we're going to quite get there, but we could be very close. And other cities in the Midwest certainly are within reach of their records. Then as it turns windy tomorrow night into Saturday, temperatures warm up very quickly and some light snow is possible Saturday with another chance for some snow in the Monday-Tuesday time frame of next week. Right now, temperatures have dropped below zero in Madison for the first time this winter. We've been as cold as zero back on January 19th. We're now at 1 degree below zero. To our north and west, temperatures already approaching 10 below zero in northwestern Wisconsin. Still above zero, but not by much in southeastern parts of the state. You factor in the winds. The air is calm right now in Madison, so there's really no wind chill, but just a little bit of breeze drops those wind chills to 15 to 20 below zero pretty quickly, and wind chill advisories are in effect for the entire state of Wisconsin, northern Illinois, eastern Iowa, most of Minnesota, and the eastern Dakotas through tomorrow morning. There's also wind chill warning for parts of north central Iowa, where wind chills could get down to about 40 below zero. Future track wind chills show those wind chills down to around 15 to 25 below zero early tomorrow morning. Even during the day, they should stay below zero until perhaps late afternoon when they finally get back above zero. So it'll be a very cold Valentine's Day across southern Wisconsin. But as that high pressure system passes just to our south and the winds lighten up overnight, notice as the high moves off to the east, the winds become southerly tomorrow. It's not going to have an immediate effect on the temperatures, but cloud cover moving in, the winds picking up tomorrow night. Those temperatures start to climb, and then as we head through the day on Saturday, maybe a little bit of light snow, and then Sunday we'll be back to partly sunny skies. The next weather system out to the west will start moving in our direction, and that could start bringing us some snow perhaps later Sunday night into Monday and Tuesday. Now, that storm system is this one right here, moving into the Gulf of Alaska, so it still has a ways to get here. But notice the jet stream has dropped across the United States, allowing at least a brief shot of very cold air into the eastern part of the country, but out to the west, that jet stream bulges back to the north, so it'll be a short-lived cold spell. And future track snow for early next week as the temperatures warm up could be significant snows in northern Wisconsin from one of the computer models. The other one points more toward northwestern Wisconsin, and both of the models give us perhaps at least a couple of inches here in southern Wisconsin. Wind chill advisory in effect until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for a low of 11 below zero near the record low temperature of 13 below, and wind chills to 25 below zero by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, Valentine's Day, sunny sunny but very cold with a high of 15. Wind chills by morning, 15 to 25 below zero. And you can see on future track those temperatures tumbling overnight, but then warming up into the teens tomorrow. They only go down a couple of degrees tomorrow night and then start climbing during the day on Saturday into the 30s with some light snow. And then after that, the 7 to 10 day forecast calls for a quiet day on Sunday. Some snow chances Monday and Tuesday. There could be some accumulating snow Monday night. That'll be followed by a brief cold snap the middle part of next week, but not as cold as this one. And then a warmer trend toward the end of next week.
Okay, we can deal with this one more day.
One more day. That's it. It's the end of sight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Wisconsin's point guard wants to keep spreading the wealth as the Badgers shoot for a postseason berth. Stick around. Sports is next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I suffered with knee pain for almost 4 to 5 years. I wanted to have the conformis after looking at all the different options. I think having the surgery with the ortho team is the only way to go. They all look out for you as a patient.
Refresh and renew your kitchen and bathroom with big savings from Menards. The Hayesfield pull-down kitchen faucet from Moen features a spot-resist stainless steel finish that resists fingerprints and water spots for a cleaner-looking kitchen. Just $149. Add style to your bathroom with Dakota Vanities. This shaker-inspired 36-inch sliding barn door vanity has interior and open shelf storage. In 3 finishes, only $149.99. Menards is your home improvement store.
Save big money at Menards.
With life, there's never a dull moment, but there's rarely a down moment either. And when it comes to sleep, we don't always get the best rest. We're lucky to find time to shop for groceries, let alone the perfect mattress. Fortunately, there's the Aspen Collection. Find the cozy comfort, quality, and affordability of Denver mattress all packed in a convenient box. It's the comfort and support for the busiest of lives. Available in-store or online. And sleep well, knowing that for every mattress purchased, we'll plant a tree. Exclusively at Denver Mattress.
Okay then, why do professional builders and remodelers choose nuns? Oh, apparently it's reason number 163, which seems to be that, wow, people really feel it at a nun showroom. And it's not looking like the same experience when shopping online. So why should you choose nuns? Well, isn't it obvious? Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring.
See the elephants, tigers, dogs, and all the fun to be had at the Shrine Circus. Enjoy the magnificent elephants while you still can and make memories for a lifetime. Bring the family one and all to the Shrine Circus.
Come to the circus, the biggest show in town.
I suffered with knee pain for almost 4 to 5 years. I wanted to have the conformis after looking at all the different options. I think having the surgery with the ortho team is the only way to go. They all look out for you as a patient.
The Wisconsin men's basketball team needs to make a run over the last 7 games if it wants to make NCAA tournament plans. Now, one of the guys trying to lead that run is guard Demetric Trice. Trice averaging 12 points and almost 6 assists per game over his last 6. The Badgers' primary ball handler has been balancing his production with getting others involved, something he says is coming more naturally.
Just the confidence that I'm putting in myself, talking to people around me and things like that, to just go out there and play free. And that's been the biggest thing for me, is just going out there and playing the game the way that I know how to play, and when and where to take my shots and where to find people and things within the offense. So it's been a big help for me to just go out there and play freely.
Madison and
Cancer awareness game at the Kohl Center. Wisconsin in the home pink hosting Purdue. Badgers down 2 in the fourth. Imani Lewis gets a step, the scoop, and the score. We are tied at 57, 59 all. The Boilermakers go outside. Dominique Oden. Buckets. 62-59 visitors. Last chance for the Badgers. Kendra Van Leeuwen. The step back won't go, and Purdue holds on to win 62-59. Division II. Girls basketball, second-ranked Beaver Dam facing off against third-ranked DeForest. First half, Beaver Dam's Natalie Jens would care to step outside. She hits the three. Golden Beavers up by 9. DeForest trying to make a run. Natalie Komp, the steal. And the deuce. Norski's within 3, but Beaver Dam went on a huge second-half run, as in 23-0. Carly Burchart, corner triple. Golden Beavers win 63-40. The 11th straight year they have won the Badger North Conference Championship. Well, saying Wisconsin forward Abby Rock could be one of the guys when she plays hockey is almost an insult, because she's way better than most guys and almost every lady she skates against. Head coach Mark Johnson knows it and knows what she means to his program.
She played a lot of hockey against boys growing up, and so she brings that component of a physical play when there's confrontation or there's a scrum or there's, a battle. She was used to that coming in here. And, if she plays well and she's noticeable in the game, our chances of winning are going to go up quite a bit.
Twin dual races at Daytona get the covers off of those cars. Season almost underway. First of 2, Ryan Blaney and Daniel Suarez get together and then meet the wall. Joey Logano, wall free, wins race number 1. Race number 2, J.J. Yaley going to spin, damage the old front end, but William Byron wins the second duel in the Chevy. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Alex Bowman will start 1-2 in Sunday's Daytona 500. Tiger Woods has won many places, but not Riviera. First round PGA Genesis Invitational. First hole.
should start turning right about here.
How about an eagle? LT Gray, 2 under, 5 shots off the lead. Matt Kuchar, all by himself on top of the leaderboard. That birdie leads to a 7 under round of 64. Oh, that California sun looks very good. One more break, and then we are back.
President's Day means more savings at the Brothers Maine President's Day Super Sale. Get in right now for the sale of the season with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We've got a lot more satisfaction for you at Maine, like up to 18-month 0% financing and free delivery to make life a little easier. Hey, there's more home satisfaction at the Moore store. The President's Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Welcome back to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, where the action's really heating up.
Yeah, Jerry, let's go down to Tina and see what's happening.
Thanks, guys. We're here with Cheryl and Greg, and they just won the huge jackpot. What are you guys gonna do with all that cash?
We're gonna go to Fiji.
Down and see my mom. My mom. They're going to visit Mom. Maybe they'll take her on vacation.
Oh, it looks like a great day for Cheryl and Greg.
Hey, I wish I could join them.
Gaming Madison. The Build, Remodel, and Landscape Show is coming. Shop, compare, and save big this weekend. Admission is free only at the Monona Terrace Convention Center.
Being a disabled veteran and to have a tooth pain on top of severe PTSD will take you down in the dump. After several denials, when I went to Aspen Dental, they gave me a free exam, free x-rays. The doctor comes in and he's like, you are in pain, so we're going to get you taken care of. I had no insurance.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes to flexible hours and payment options. Yes to 30% off dental services. And yes, we'll take care of you no matter what. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL today.
He's thinking recliner. You're thinking sofa. It's okay. Everyone wins at the President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. 25% off unadvertised items. Plus, for 3 days only, Saturday through Monday, get incredible doorbuster deals marked way down. Like this dual reclining sofa for just $398. This rustic bed for just $244. This Sealy Posturepedic mattress for only $294. And did you know you get free shipping with no minimum? The 3-day President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
It's starting.
Selection, price, and speed. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. 2 complete pairs start under $40. 2 pairs with Progressive start under $80.
That was epic.
Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
I want a client who comes in to feel comfortable and to know that their case is in good hands so they can relax and get on with their life as best as they can and let me do the fighting for them. That's how I want them to feel.
Gingras, Thompson, and Walks.
Wicked, the untold true story of the Witches of Oz, flies back to Overture Center March 11th through the 29th only. Visit overture.org to get Wicked.
Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Okay, so alert day tomorrow, it's going to be really cold, but we got to talk to somebody who's leaving tonight to go to a much warmer place.
Oh, be still my heart. Kevin. Kevin is leaving, my fellow Marquette University
I know,
friend.
breaking up the MU thing.
Tell everyone where you're going.
Yes, I'm going to the ABC station in Tampa, Florida. Got an opportunity there. Yeah, Tampa, Florida. They don't get many negative 11-degree alert days there to do sports as well, but being here for the last 8 years, I've been here 8 years, has been fantastic. I've got to do so many cool things. I meet so many cool people and work with the best crew in the area, in the state, and the country, and it's been my pleasure, and thank you for letting me be a part of your story and go into your homes every night, and hopefully sports is a little more fun for you.
Well, Kevin, you're a great talent. We're going to miss you.
Thank you very much. I'll miss you too.
Best of luck.
Go Marquette.
We are Marquette.
Now, a WISC TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heineman.
We found it interesting that the Wisconsin State Legislature was actually able to accomplish some things on Thursday when getting things done so often seems impossible amid the political divisiveness. The juvenile corrections package approved by the Joint Finance Committee is certainly not perfect, but Republicans approved spending even more money for 4 county-run centers. And while we're not crazy about delaying the closing of the troubled state juvenile facilities, Republicans are right about needing to get community buy-in. Corrections needs to make sure Lincoln Hills has no more problems in the interim, and there needs to be consideration of expanding Mendota's Juvenile Treatment Center. But at least both parties are acting on juvenile justice. Meanwhile, the Wisconsin Elections Commission wisely delayed a new voting law on a unanimous bipartisan vote, and a Republican-controlled legislative committee unanimously approved a new contract for Wisconsin state troopers. Just when legislative action seemed like an oxymoron. Makes one wonder why it can't happen more often.